My name is Father Joe, and I'm a priest here at St. Joseph's Church in Elko, Nevada. For the past couple of weeks, I've been focusing primarily on the gospel in my reflections. So today, I want to kind of change it up a little bit and focus on our first reading because our first reading is extraordinarily important. In the Acts of the Apostles today, we see Stephen's martyrdom. He is the first martyr of the church, and because of that, he is held in high reverence. But there are a few details that I thought were quite fascinating, and I wanted to share them with you. The first detail that I thought was very interesting was the remark that Stephen makes that Jesus is standing at the right hand of the Father. Now, some of the commentaries that I was going through said that when a person stood before their throne, it was a posture of judgment. And so the implication is that Jesus is standing, rendering his decision about Stephen himself, and that Christ finds Stephen worthy of himself and allows him to participate in a death like his, which I thought was a very fascinating thing, that Christ is rendering judgment, and the judgment is that Stephen is able to go through this and allows him to do so. Very interesting little comment there that I've found. The second thing is I want to talk about St. Paul. You probably already know this, but later on in the Acts of the Apostles, Paul will tell us that he was the one who watched over the coats. In our reading, it simply says that he was consenting to the martyrdom of Stephen. But it seems as though it was more than that. As far as we can tell, this watching over the coats wasn't simply like watching over people's stuff when you're saving places at the movie theater or something like that. Rather, it was that he was the one in charge. And so he was the one telling the people to go and stone Stephen. And so they put their cloaks at his feet because he was the one in charge. That Paul wasn't simply consenting, but he was ordering the martyrdom of Stephen, which is very important because then we will see the true conversion of St. Paul, that he'll do a 180-degree change and turn away from what he did before. But I thought that was an interesting thing. You probably have heard that before, but it does shed light on what is happening and how profound this event is. With that, I'm going to end my reflection. Stay safe, my brothers and sisters. May God bless and keep.